Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Cali. How's everybody doing today? It's gorgeous out today. I can't wait to get outside. Have some plans later on this afternoon. We're going to be going to our local dramatic association. Sullivan County Dramatic Association is putting on Death of a Salesman. So Tom and I and Nick and Sylvia are going to go on over and support our local theater and enjoy a great show. And we'll probably go out to dinner later after that or something. So I'm going to have a great day today, and I hope you guys are doing good. I have a strange setup with my camera this morning. I've actually got it rubber banded to a bottle, and I'm sitting in front of my kitchen window because it's the best light here. It's kind of early for me to be making a video. It's like 10 o'clock, but I've been up since 6. And I have to tell you, I went to the auction last night. Tom, Nick, and I went to the auction. And as always, it was great to see everybody, Kat and Patty and Jonathan and the crew. But I learned a valuable lesson last night, I think, you guys. And excuse me, I'm sitting in my wheelchair, so I might be rocking back and forth a little bit here. As soon as we walked in the door last night, I spied immediately on the table in front of us, I think there were anywhere between 9 and 11 organizer boxes, like for jewelry or beads, those clear compartmentalized boxes. So I zoomed right in on them immediately, and they were loaded with every kind of a jewelry maker's finding you could imagine, from heavy-duty jump rings to earrings to, necklace clasps, hundreds of dollars worth of jewelry findings. And I was like, I want that, and that's all I stayed focused on all night long. So I was determined that I was going to get it no matter what the cost. It was mine. It was meant for me. And so, the auction started and items were going by. I let my normal jewelry and bead bags go by, even for $1. I wasn't even getting off my wallet, for that. And finally, at the end of the night, and I had let Kat know, Kat, put those up, later. She told me, she's like, I'm waiting, she knew I wanted them. And so end of the night comes, and sure enough, here they come up for bid. And apparently someone had left a $50 bid already. Like, you can do that. You can just say, I want to leave a bid on it. So bidding started at $50. Again, you guys, it was well worth it, So here we go. And I didn't know who I was bidding against, but it was me and one other woman, and I found out afterwards. And it got up to $190. And I just kept going, $190. Me, who doesn't want to spend more than $1, okay? I was getting them no matter what, And once it reached that, it went to $195, and I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. My conscience kicked in. It was like, you're crazy. This is an auction. It's not meant to be, So I could have cried. I was so disappointed. I felt like a little kid inside. I wanted to stomp my foot and have, wham. The coffee pot. La 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 la. Yes, we're filming a video. Secret, that's for you. Doesn't your washer always go off when you're making a video? Anyway, you guys, so I wanted to go home after that. That was it. And it was the end of the night anyway. And I just, I was so disappointed. But the rational side of my brain kicked in. And, $190. I realized the stuff was well worth more than that. But still, I can't do that rationally in my head, I'm all about upcycling, recycling, reusing, but $200 is a lot of money. And Tom was totally supportive. He's like, no, get it if you want it, He would totally help me out. But so I didn't get anything at the auction last night. Tom and Nick got 2 beautiful carved rain sticks. And it turns out they were bidding against Patty, who didn't realize that, because she's a sweetie bear. And but anyway, so Tom got 2 really nice, and he offered to give me one, but I don't need it here. He's got a beautiful setup over at the cave, and so they'll fit in right there. So that, and I don't even think Nick got anything last night, really. It was the rain sticks, and I can't even think of what else. But so you win some, you lose some, and don't count your chickens before they're hatched. I was positive that those were mine. And they, in fact, were not mine. And that's the way it goes. You know, what are you going to do? So I certainly have other things to keep me occupied. And I'm, not at a loss for items to make things with. And speaking of making things with, it's been from May till now. I finally feel like I'm just settling down now a little bit. It's been a whirlwind, and a whirlwind of blessings and good things. So for those of you who know me, you know that I have been very busy last week getting inventory together to put in my dear friend Arlene's new shop. I had the honor of being asked to showcase some of my artwork there, and she's going to be selling it. And so that is super, super exciting. And again, her store, and I showed you guys some of this in my one of my other videos, AJ's Friends and Finds in Grahamsville, New York. The flying spider has landed and made a little web over there. So that's super exciting, but it was a whirlwind of, and this is the first time for me. I've had my online store on Facebook, Flying Spider, and I'll leave a link below. But this is the first time that physically my artwork has been showcased. And so this was all new and exciting for me, But what I did in doing that was I got myself some business cards printed up. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you've seen these. But I was super excited. I love these. So, and I've already thought of a few, I might add some more wording to these, and on the back it just says a simple thank you. And so they were really, really cool. And I got a great deal on, Tom turned me onto this site because he's used them. It's Vistaprint. And for anybody who's interested, here's a 20% off code. I don't think I'm doing anything illegal by giving you the code. It's thanks20 at checkout. But I got a great deal, and they have crazy amount of selections. I can't even tell you the numerous options. So I've already placed a second order. The first order that we made for the Flying Spider cards, I got 100, and I was so happy with them. And this is like a linen finish that I ordered 500 more. So that's super exciting. And, thank you everyone who's been supportive, and I'll keep you posted on how things go, It was a little nerve-wracking trying to price things and, what is this stuff worth? You put your heart and soul into things. But even if nothing sells, and I'm hoping that everything sells, the whole experience has been great. So thank you again to Arlene for allowing me this opportunity. And it's been wonderful. So that's that. And the only other thing that I bought this week is a very random, I had to go to Walmart to get some more glue. And I picked this up in the clearance aisle, and it's a little mini skillet that I'm going to be using. I can't stand to waste anything. I believe this was $1.28 in the clearance aisle at Walmart. So it's when you use your hot glue gun, all those little scraps that are left over, it's real good glue. You guys know this stuff, right? But anyway, I'm going to save my little skillet to melt my little glue in, and then you can use a brush and reuse your glue. Why waste it? And for $1.28, hello, you know me. I don't know if I showed you guys, and if I didn't, I want to. I had showed you my last pair of crutches that I had gotten. Tom is amazingly supportive, and he is always on the lookout for new technology and things that could make my life a little easier as far as mobility goes. And he went online and he found this company called Keen Mobility. And it's a shock absorbing crutch. And he is a sweetie bear, and he ordered me some. My last pair of crutches, which I don't have here right now, they're at Tom's house. I like them. They had shock absorbing qualities, which my new ones also do. But the arms, underneath the arms, were so long that it felt like a shepherd's crook, by hook or by crook. And they were just awkward to store anywhere, or if I try to put them under seats and things like that, they would catch on things, or in the car, just a pain in the butt. So I got a new pair of crutches, and they're falling over. And these are them. And look at the top. See, this is so small. And this is designed so you don't get numb hands and arms, which for those of you guys who use crutches all the time, you know what a problem that is, because you're putting such pressure on the arteries under your arm. You know, your hands go numb. So you don't need that. So these help alleviate that. And they're super sleek. And the best part, well, and they have shock absorbing features. And this moves back and forth. So they're made for people who do, you know, climbing and things like that, which I don't do. But it's great to have an all-terrain kind of crutch. You know, you have 2 inches of space, you know, between your body and the floor. And trust me, falling is no fun. And I've done it and I've hated it. So you want, you know, good traction and good support. But anyway, so these have that. And the other feature that I really love is this adjustable hand. I'm not going to do it, but this little piece right here just flips open, and this handle is adjustable all the way around the crutch. So when you stand up and are fitting them to yourself, because they also have the standard, you know, adjustable part here for how tall you are, when you're standing, you find your natural where your hand is going to fall. And you can adjust it there, and it stays tight, so you don't have to worry, again, that you're going to put your weight on something and it's going to slip and you're going to wind up on the floor. So I love these, and I just wanted to make a small comment, insert a small comment here. Again, I get a lot of questions, again, about my leg, and if anybody's interested or you haven't already, I have done a They Cut Off My Leg video, so please feel free to go check that out if you want. I talk all about everything. But I'm still getting the occasional comment here on my videos from some devotees, and I've talked about devotees in the past. They're people who derive sexual satisfaction or enjoyment from people with amputations or who use adaptive devices. And I am not judging anyone, and I've said this before. Whatever floats your boat or turns you on is up to you. But you, please don't ask me. I've been asked recently by a few people to do crutching videos, you know, to show myself walking with my crutches or to show my stump. You're not going to get any of that here. I know that the title of my channel is A One-Legged Life because that's my life. I'm living a one-legged life. But that doesn't mean, and I know there are people here on YouTube who do those things. So please go find them. If you want to watch, you know, people massaging their stumps, there are plenty of people who do that. But I am not one of them. So again, have a good day. But, you know, don't waste your time leaving a comment, because I'm either going to remove it or I'm going to ignore it, and you're not going to get what you're looking for here anyway. So if that's what you're here for, have a beautiful day, and feel free to unsubscribe. Or if you just want to hang out and get to know me for other reasons, I would love to have you here. So anyway, enough about that. Love my new crutches, and I highly recommend them. What else have I done this week? I told you last month for May's journal, I did a handwritten journal. So between that and getting things ready for the store, I haven't really been doing a lot of personal artwork. So I'm trying to get back into the groove, and I am getting back into the groove a little bit. And one of the things that I wanted to do, I showed you guys when I did my big yard sale haul. I can't even remember what I named the video. Last week or so, that I had gotten a pair. One of the things that I got was some cotton yoga pants. And they were like a light brown. And I said I was going to dye them. Well, I did. And I'm actually going to re-dye these because they didn't come out as great as I wanted. But they're certainly purple now. They were light brown. But I'm going to dip them one more time because I really want the richness of this. And someone asked me what kind of dye I use. And if you guys have any good recommendations, let me know. Because currently I'm just using things like RIT dye, packaged powdered dye. And I know that's probably not the best. But I do like to, you know, when I look at clothing items or use clothing items specifically, I always see possibilities in things. And I'm more than happy to dye something purple if at all possible. But I do want a richer color with these. So I'm going to do it again, dip them again. But while I had the dye out, I had a white kind of a Indian top. And it is no longer white. It's a little bit lavender. So I did that one, and these are good. It's like a totally see-through top, but I'll wear this like over a tank top or something, you know. And same thing with this one. This was light blue, but the dye came uneven here. You see this? So I'm going to redo these. I'm not really happy with the saturation of these, or it's possible, honestly, that I didn't do as well of a rinsing job as I should have. So, but I did those, and that's easy. I just mix up powder dye with salt in a big vat of boiling water, like a gallon of water, and I let them sit overnight. You know, you stir them up and stir it up. Anyway, so I'm always happy to dye some clothing or whatever. What else? Oh, I did start a June journal, a June art journal. And again, I'm trying to do a different type of journal for every month of this year. And so far, I am 6 for 6. So for the month of June, all I did, and honestly I have to tell you guys, I kind of did a rush job on this, but I took a bunch of manila folders and I just put them together and I sewed them, you know, manila folders, right? And I sewed them with some, oh my god, purple, pretty heavy duty twine. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 10 pages in this. The outside cover, I did just leftover drop cloth paper and paper towels and wipes. Same thing with the back. And I will be trimming this up when it's finished. But so I threw that together, and then on the first page that I started, I just took some book text, and I did this yesterday, and I am not finished with this page, but I took some book text and then I gessoed it, and then I just used some of my, it's summertime, I used some of my Inktense and my watercolor crayons, and I just did her, and you could see the book text underneath it. And these sunglasses are a magazine cutout. Again, I am not done with her at all. I want to finish up the hair. There's a lot of things I want to do. I did a really quick border with just torn magazine page or cut magazine page. And again, I'm going to be doodling on that or Zentangling it or doing something. So stay tuned for her. And the only thing, I was like, am I going to do a collage? I didn't know where I was going, but one of the images that I cut out was this old image of Frida Kahlo. And she got messed up with my Mod Podge because I had originally put her over here, like Frida and her together. But I didn't like how it looked, so I moved her and she got ripped up. But I just stuck her there because I love Frida Kahlo, as I'm sure many of you do. So this will be my June journal, and I don't know, it looks like I've been busy lately, which is a good thing. And this will be cool to look back over a year, you know, it'll be a year for me making videos in November, and I'm looking forward to looking back, well, somewhat, just to see, you know, it's great to have a record of your artwork, right? But to see the, you know, the waxes and the wanes of how much art I'm doing. And obviously there was more artwork going on in the winter months than there are now in the summer months. But I've been out on my deck, gardening and being outside, and I posted a hummus video last week where I was actually able to use some of my fresh grown cilantro, and so I love that. I'm going to be whipping up some pesto this week too. I have this huge basil plants. Everything is just bursting out there, so it's great. We got some rain last week, which we sorely needed, and so again, I'm just loving life and feeling blessed as usual. You know, I love you guys, yay! And what else? Let me see. I'm coming up onto 500 subscribers pretty soon. I'm like at 450 something, and when I do, I will be doing another giveaway. I keep talking about sending out thank yous to people who I need to, and I will be doing that this week. To-do list. What else? I have a little list here of what I wanted to talk about. Oh, secret. How did that work out for you with the rope incense? that was so cool. I had never seen that kind of, I'm talking about Secret Soto, and I'm sure you guys know that already, but if you haven't checked out Secret's channel, check her out. I'll link her below. I love her, and she's another example of an amazing woman here on YouTube who is so supportive and down to earth and real, and I love you, Secret. But anyway, she had asked me about how to burn rope incense, and you just inspired me to go ahead and get some more. So I ordered some, and it should be coming this week. But yeah, honey, they have fancy burners, but you don't need to. Just put some salt in a dish and keep it supervised, and good to go. So what else have I been doing? I told you my grandson Carter, my 5-year-old grandson, has been playing some t-ball. So that's been cool to go out and be supportive of that. And he's actually graduating kindergarten this year. They didn't have that when I went to school, and they didn't have it when my kids were little. But now I guess you graduate when you finish kindergarten. But so that's next week, and wow, where'd the year go? You know. But I'm looking forward to be able to spend more than 2 or 3 days, so he can come and hang out with Grandma. And we have a big pool. I live in a small cottage, and there are other cottages around me. And our landlord has a big in-ground pool that I have access to because I'm CPR certified as an RN. So that allows me to, hang out with the grandkids by the pool. So looking forward to that. And what else? Oh, I saw, talk about blessings. My gosh. I mentioned my friend Ellen to you guys. And hi, Ellen. Hi, Antoine. A friend of mine, and she and her husband Antoine are just wonderful, and she's another kindred soul. When I met her, I felt like I've known her for forever, and she's like a big sister to me. And she had gifted me and my grandkids with, I talked about it, many, many toys and things like that, and she gave me beads, boxes and boxes of wonderful, amazing beads and jewelry findings and things. Well, I went over there again last week, and again, with the loaded up for the grandkids, and she also hooked me up righteously again with many, I could be here all day and show you how much, bags of fabric, and this is just an example of some of it, okay? Brand new, I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? So I have many plans for these things, and for those of you who don't know, I do love to sew. Not as much as my sister Sue does and my mom does, but I learned how to sew as a young girl, and I do love to sew. So I will be making some altar cloths with these. I might be making some new curtains, or who knows? I'm sure something to hang in the bathroom. So beautiful fabric, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Ellen. And also, what I'm super excited about, I also made a video last week. I had been making some bath salts, and like a basic recipe that you could add to, you can certainly add herbs and things to the bath salts, but and when I do that, I like to put it in a cheesecloth so you don't, and I'm sure you guys know this, but so you don't have little pieces of everything laying all over your bathtub. But so that got me thinking, and then while I was at Ellen, she asked me if I would be interested in any candle making things. And I was like, yeah, are you kidding me? And also Patty, my friend Patty, had gotten some old school candle molds not too long ago. So it's been in the air that we've been thinking about making candles. And I remember making them as a young girl with my sister Sue, like with milk cartons and ice cubes. And we would make like these Swiss cheese looking candles. But it's been years. So anyway, you guys, and again, I could be here all day, but Ellen hooked me up with this huge, I'll show you the box full of candle making supplies, including wax, and including 2 like heavy duty metal coffee pots that have wax in the bottom of them. But everything, molds, and votive molds, and these are hardcore, you guys, real deal metal, these little flower kind of things, and bags of wicks and dye and fragrance and everything you need, including instructions on candle making, stearine powder, which I guess is to make it not cloudy or something, and gloss, and candle mold release, and big blocks of wax. I'm so excited, so excited. So I have many ideas, and I can't wait to get started on making some cool candles. So stay tuned for that. Those are plans. And what else? The last thing, you guys saw a couple weeks ago that I painted I told you my stepson Nick, my heart son, I love you Nick, hi Nick, had gifted me some furniture from his mom and his house, and so thankful. And I painted the one chartreuse and purple and blue, and I told you guys I had another one. Well, I pulled it out of the closet because I'm about ready. So there's this, and this is really pretty cool. It's all wood, you guys. Whoop, hello. Okay, love my glue. Okay, that's perfect. I love when things like that happen on camera, right? It's got some shelves, and it's got some cool detail work, you see? So this is next on the agenda for a kind of funky, bohemian. I'm going to try to, branch out. I showed you guys the bohemian candlesticks that I made. And after I did that video, the only other thing that I did to them, which I probably should have added on, but was I put some white polka dots around the blue acrylic trim. But so I really like that. And I let a piece go last night at the auction too that was a sister or a brother to these white pieces that I should have got. And Tom was like, you should have got it. And I know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, right? I love you guys, and I get what I need from you, and I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. I wanted to show you, the last thing I wanted to show you is the top of my kitchen window. I have some, I call it my compost garden. And I shared with you guys when I lived in Kerhonkson, I had a huge, beautiful garden. And in addition to that, I kept a huge compost pile. And I had a big active one that I made out of pallets, wood pallets. And I also had one of those big round balls that you fill and you can roll. Well, now I don't have that garden anymore. And I garden on my deck. So I don't keep... It's really not feasible for me to have a large compost pile anymore, although I probably could make it work. But it's just hard for me to get up and down on the deck. But anyway, no excuses. But I still, want to keep my garbage. Does that make sense? Anyway, what I wound up doing, and I'll show you guys if I can. It's fun. I have my camera attached, I think I mentioned, to the bottle with some... rubber bands this morning, so I apologize if I might be a wee bit crooked, and I think I am. But I'm going to try to detach you and show you what I did. But I have an avocado pit, I have 2 lemon trees, and I have a sweet potato that's growing. And Deb Buchanan here on YouTube, Serendipity 629, saw my avocado, and she was like, you should do a sweet potato. And it's so funny, Deb, because 2 weeks before that, I had just started a sweet potato. So I'm going to try to unattach you guys right now and flip the camera around. And let's see if I could do this without too much... I got you plugged in, too. Let me see if I can not cause too much distress here. We'll see. Sorry, you guys. La, 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 la. Going on a ride. All right, I'm going to turn you around. And I'm going to show you, I hope I'm showing you, my avocado pit. And let me tell you, you guys, I shared this with you. This thing took, I don't know, 6 months to sprout. I have done so many of these, and a few of you have shared that you too have done that in the past and given up on them because, after a month or two, they weren't sprouting, and I just thought that it wasn't possible. But my sister Sue actually encouraged me to keep going with that. So I'm going to put that in some dirt, but that's one thing. And then my lemon trees. Oh, and over here, these aren't real eggshells, you guys, but you can do these with real eggs. These I got, I think, at Home Depot or something, but they're pansies. And apparently this year in Sullivan County, I don't know if it's elsewhere, but there was some weird pansy infection thing going on, and nobody was selling them, but I was able to get these in little eggs. So those are pansies. But over here in this tin can that I have covered with some twine, I threw some, when I did my master cleanse, I had all those lemons. So I threw a couple lemon seeds in dirt, and sure enough, I have 2 lemon trees growing. So that's super cool. And then here's the sweet potato that I was telling you guys about. And my grandson gets a kick out of this as well as I do. And you can see all the roots. So you just, you know, put a sweet potato in, you guys know, put some toothpicks in and put it in some water and let it go. And these vines will grow and grow and grow. And my hope is for them to cover my whole window. So on that note, I am going to be leaving you guys. Let me turn around here. And hello. I hope you guys are having a really great day and a even better week. And I love you all. And thank you so much for the support. I can't say enough about how much it means to me. So I love you. Blessed be. Have a beautiful week. Like this video if you like it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love it if you do. I make videos very frequently. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping stuff here. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.